Alright, that's long enough. Let's get this show going.
Why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon colony.
Hundreds of thousands of colonists left adrift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
So before streaming, I dug through character creation a bit, get an idea on what I want to do. What I'll need to do is max charm.
Be very popular in this colony.
And strength.
This one could twist a marauder's head off.
I'm doing this because the skills I'm going to be using for the most part is I'm going to max intimidate and then back it up with heavy weapons. So I need strength for the carrying capacity, charm for the... and charm because these two both feed into intimidate. I'm not going to lower anything because anything you lower...
I hope you won't yell at me the moment I wake you up.
...has a bit of a nasty penalty tied to it. And I'd rather not deal with that since I've never beaten this game before. Also, two nice things I'm noting about this game and kind of why I picked it. One, voice acting means I won't have to read as much. Two, because this isn't about weird SCP-style conspiracies, hopefully when I do read, I won't be saying redacted nearly as much as I have the past couple weeks. Getting a little tired of that word. Okay, ranged for him.
Gunslinger. Oh, they're going to tell stories about you from here to Hephaestus.
Ranged for the heavy guns, and dialogue for the intimidate.
If we're ever captured, I'll let you do the talking.
No, I am not doing the dumb dialogue options, especially for a first playthrough, then I'd have no idea what's going on.
Safety inspector. Oh, they must have meant bribe collector.
I'm doing this just because I kind of... We know we're going into a corporate hellhole, so this just amuses me. Also, hi there. Okay, they're gonna randomize this a few times. Do a couple more. And that works. Also, I'm probably the only one who will appreciate this, but his name is Paul Roll, which can be shortened to P-Roll or Prol. Okay, we're good to go.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend.
Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump.
Status. Structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down 10%. Skip drive
Shit.
inoperable.
Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? Bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck!
Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry. I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you.
First day on the job, no pressure.
Should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste. Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh? Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
Hawthorne thought he was ready for us. Unfortunately, we managed to get the drop on him.
You've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
Fun.
Hey, you, come here. You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, law, that stings.
Okay, we have enough medical. Sit still, I'll patch you up.
Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange for my report. Spacer's choice doesn't like us accepting outside help.
What happened to you?
We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters.
You're hiding in a cave and you blocked off the exit. You're as good as dead.
Spacer's choice policy clearly stipulates that dead and as good as dead are two completely different properties of matter. Unless I'm dead, I'm contractually obligated to attend to my post. I will report that illegally grounded spacecraft if it is the last thing I do. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh?
Look, you're an idiot. Give me the gun before you get yourself killed.
Yeah, you sound a lot like my lieutenant. Here, hope this gun serves you better than it did me. Here, you can have my saber too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Yes, nailed it that time.
You strike me as the kind of guy that if they came here, you'd grab the barrel and wave the handle at them. So, can you tell me where I
You
am?
hit your head or something? You're in Emerald Vale. We're a Spacer's choice community. Edgewater's a little ways down. Prettiest place in the Vale. Be sure to stop by a provisioner's for a can of our famous salt tuna.
Do you know anything about the Hope?
The Hope? Is that some sort of fancy new drug? Are you with Auntie Cleo or something? Don't take this the wrong way or nothing, but I'm not allowed to fraternize with Cleo workers. Company policy.
You are quite the wage slave, sir. I'm off. Okay, back away from the obvious explosion.
Damn it, my ears!
Sorry, dude.
Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the... This...
Due to complications stemming from being revived after an extended hibernation, your brain processes time differently. Yeah, okay. Remember VATS from Fallout 3? We have kinda sorta that. Not enough mag picks for that. There we go. Okay, here they come. Oh, wait, these two are friendly.
Get over here before you get yourself killed. Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators. Gall on that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about.
It's nice to know you people have your priorities straight. So I heard I found one of your teammates holed up in a cave.
Really? How is he?
Still a moron. I'm hoping you're a little
Of
brighter.
course I am. I'm a superior officer. Stands to reason, don't it?
Not really.
You watch. I'll cross these marauders off with a swift, cost-efficient fury that's made Spacer's Choice the most trusted brand in personal defense. I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs some.
I like that this is intimidating. Guess I'll have to give you a 0 on my customer satisfaction survey.
Seriously? But those marauders will... Ugh. You know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. Then it's gonna be fucking laminated.
Here we go.
Alright, let's make the fun happen.
I just earned a fine bonus.
I just earned a fine bonus.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder. Unauthorized access of spacefaring vessels is a crime. Please submit yourself to the authorities.
Hi there.
Hello, Marauder. I am Ada, the autonomous digital astrogator of this vessel. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction.
What are you gonna do? Self-destruct?
Ejection procedures initiated. Disengage in airlocks. Preparing to eject all boarded parties in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You realize we're on the ground, right?
You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment.
Is this Hawthorne ship?
This vessel is the registered property of Captain Alex Hawthorne. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne.
You're Captain Red Smear under my escape pod.
I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand?
I honestly can't argue with this logic. I get it. You need me to be Captain Hawthorne or you can't fly.
Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced.
Well, we have engineering for this. I doubt I'll find a part like that just sitting in a garage.
Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new Captain's Identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand?
Quite a name. Yeah, I got it,
Best of luck
thanks.
in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
I am liking this game's sense of humor. Okay, we start leveling up now, which in my case means... One thing I kind of like about this game system is you raise the main group. You have to raise a skill to a certain point before you can, via the group, before you can raise it specifically. Meaning, while I'm maining Intimidate, I'll still have a decent little bit of Persuade and Lie, which might come in handy some points. Oh yeah, that's my skills. Got to apply them. Another thing that's kind of cool in this game, dialogue skills have combat applications. Namely, with Intimidate, I can scare the poop out of people. What do I have here? Yeah, let's go ahead and take the base. Yeah, we'll go for defensive stuff, I think. Toughness and resilient will be good. We are going to be the angriest tank.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, mister, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay.
Got it all wrong. I'm a Starship Safety Inspector.
Oh, by the law. I'm so sorry. I had no idea we had an inspector coming. If you'd like to speak with my manager, I report to Constable Reyes in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
Sure, you do that. Oh. I think this is one of those games where... I'm not sure if or how often it autosaves, so best to make a save now because we did a bunch of stuff and I might die soon. I'm a bit of an idiot. Oh, there's more of them. Nothing. Beat it up a little.
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from? Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's marauder territory, friend.
I crashed in those hills back there.
Your pod? What are you on about? You take a bruise to the cranium? Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls. And low prices.
Yeah, nice to meet you. I'm Alex Hawthorne.
Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family.
Let me see. Junior in humor. Fancy title for a gravedigger.
Hey, I earned that fancy title. Started off a lowly junior gravesite builder, then junior interment engineer. Oh, and I was a junior burial assistant for a time.
Those are all the same job, and it's always been the junior position. You seem pretty old for that.
The rate I've been working, I'm bound to earn a promotion. Must be about 50, 60 burials away from associate in humor.
Who do I talk to about a power regulator?
Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer?
Doesn't work. You offering a job?
Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites. We rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see?
You're making people pay for their own graves.
Company policy. If it was up to me, I'd put the whole town 10 feet under, free of charge.
Why can't you collect these yourself?
Quotas, mostly. Got a backlog of graves to fill. Bodies won't bury themselves, you know?
Yeah, okay, I'll get this.
4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little.
Why is Abernathy a special case?
He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up.
Where do I find him?
Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad.
Okay, anything
Yeah.
else I can ask him? Town must be in pretty bad shape if it's keeping you employed.
You could look at it that way, I suppose. You could look at us and say, those Edgewater saps lost near every soul to plague. But you'd be wrong. We're survivors. Loyal company folk, brave in the wilds.
You're not worried about falling sick?
Every now and again, a virulent plague sweeps through our town. That's life on the frontier, I suppose. A body grows accustomed.
I'd comment on the insanity of this, but I think we know our current events, huh? How long have you been a junior in humor, gravedigger, whatever?
Hang on, I'm doing some math in my head. 20, 30, carry the 1. All my life? Work's been real good to me. Fresh air, exercise. Only problem's the paperwork. Can't get anybody to pay their gravesite fees.
Lose a lot of people to marauders?
Former people, yeah. Marauders been raiding my graves, you see. Hence the armed guards.
Oh, what are they after, loot?
Oh no. They are after the most precious loot of all. Spacer's Choice Company property. If those marauders swipe any more bodies out of my cemetery, company's gonna duck my pay.
So, he basically just said that dead bodies count as company property. You know what? I need to go back to that,
You could look at it that way, I suppose, but you'd be...
because there was another option there.
Works.
Lost a lot of people to marauders. Got a marauder problem, I can take care of it.
Well, if you're gonna go headhunting, talk to Constable Reyes back in town. She pays for marauders by the finger.
Any idea where they're coming from?
Couldn't tell you. No, I mean, I'm contractually prohibited from saying anything that might reflect poorly on Spacer's Choice. Ah, avoid it. Shouldn't have said that either. Look, forget I said anything.
Right. Thanks for your time. Excuse me, drink time. Where are we? Well, it was a barber shop, so let's go in here. What's up?
Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs. Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness.
I can show you my hands.
No, thank you. That's quite all right. I've seen enough body parts in my line of work. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment.
Silas sent me to collect your dues.
Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions.
You mean you're broke?
As broke as pie crust, friend. Bitless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
You have a very loose definition of the word prosperity.
Edgewater is built on the discipline and sacrifice of its people. Say what you will about our town, but we all pull together. Tell Silas I can't afford to pay, and that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies.
Hang on, medical rights?
Some time ago, I fell ill with the plague. By the grace of the law, and through my own hard work, I'd proven worthy of treatment. Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The barber work hasn't been profitable, you see. I've had to keep this old place running with my own savings.
Just give Silas an IOU.
Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions.
I'll let you know if I think of anything.
Much obliged.
A letter from Phyllis. Conrad, receptionist shot himself. This is bad. Company's going to have to call it for what it is, destruction of Spacer's Choice property. Eugene was an asset and somebody has to pay his body price. This is going to ruin us. So I was thinking that we pawn off his teeth. Eugene had a full set of gold teeth, heirlooms passed down his family or something. You're processing his body, right? Just dig around and pry him out. We sell the teeth somewhere nice and quiet, use the bits to pay his body price, and nobody's the wiser. What do you think? Don't write back. In fact, don't talk to me at all. Just give me a special signal next time you see me. Waggle your eyebrows. Phyllis. Hey, buddy, I think I solved your problem.
What can I do for you?
I know about Eugene. Why not use his teeth as collateral?
You know about Eugene? How?
Found a note from Phyllis.
Then, you know Phyllis suggested selling off Eugene's gold teeth. I didn't approve of the idea then, and I don't approve of it now. Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave.
I'm sure he won't miss them.
That's unthinkable. Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein are solely the property of Spacer's Choice. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I?
You're going to have to.
Yes, I suppose I must. Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU.
See ya. Actually, let me see. What's the... Oh, good. Let's track this one for now.
Yes, Mr. Thompson. I'm fine, Mr. Thompson. Never been healthier.
Oh, they weren't kidding.
Whoa, did Mr. Thompson send you? Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy.
You want to tell me what's got you so nervous?
You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state?
I'm here to collect your gravesite fees.
Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows.
You told me everything. How long do you think you can keep a secret like that?
Sounds like he's already told you. You may as well hear it from me. I'm dying. I'm not long for this world. The date of my expiration is fast approaching. And soon I shall be ushered through the great cannery in the skies. It's plague. Has to be. Silas knows. He knows I got one foot in my grave, and now he wants to charge me for the other one.
I'm actually half surprised he didn't call it retirement. I'm sorry to hear that.
You are? Oh, wow. First time anyone's ever told me that. I'll pay your fees. I don't want any trouble from Silas. But if you could see a way to freelancing for me, I could really use the help.
I'm listening. How can I help?
There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me.
Yeah, sure.
You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Law, it's in my spleen now. I can feel it.
Anything I should know about the community center?
Just keep your head down when you're in there. Marauders have taken over. Probably tracking mud all over the archives.
Taking an awful risk trusting me, you know.
I know that. But I got nobody else to turn to. Reed would have wrote me up. Constable would have locked me up and wrote me up. Could have gone to see the good vicar, but I never did find my courage.
I'll leave you to it.
You're making a mistake working for Abernathy. Excuse me. I'm Esther Blaine, Spacer's Choice Actuary. I overheard your talk with Abernathy. I hope you're not thinking about getting him that medicine. Abernathy is a well-known hypochondriac. Anthracillin is wasted on him. You're better off selling it to me instead.
He's got the symptoms of something. You're saying it's psychosomatic?
All I'm saying is Abernathy's worked in this town longer than some of us been alive. How do I put this gently? He's got a lot of cobwebs up in his attic.
What do you need it for?
I probably shouldn't tell you. Don't want you implicated for what I'm trying to do.
Let me worry about that.
All right. Here's a summary. A lot of sick people in this town, and we don't have the medicine to treat them all. Can't reach out to corporate without crossing a river of red tape, so I'm reaching out to you.
I got it. I get it. You need someone to smuggle you medicine under the table.
Something like that. Look, I'm not in the habit of law breaking, but sometimes you've got to do the wrong thing for the right reasons.
I'll think about it.
That's all I can ask of you.
Here's Phyllis.
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy.
Gravesite fees here to collect.
Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment.
These papers aren't signed in your name.
Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill.
That's kind of you, I guess.
I could do without the sarcasm. Wasn't acting out of the goodness of my heart. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker.
You said the guy shot himself?
Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable.
Must be tough losing family.
Eugene wasn't family.
I thought you said you were his closest living relative.
Yeah, I was the closest living person relative to his body at time of death. I'm the one who found him, you see, so I pay the fines. Suicide's a crime. The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism.
I just want to note the idea of closest living relative here is some wonderful black comedy. You can't be serious.
I'm plenty serious. In fact, I'm a little upset Eugene didn't think things through. In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice.
He was a person, not an asset.
Well, excuse you. I'll have you know, Eugene was an asset to us all. May his Adams be commended to the law. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
I'll let you get back to that. Did I go the wrong way or something? Yeah, other side of the town, okay. I think there's an exit at the other end.
Hey, you hear about Wilson?
Heard Marauders got in.
Just between us, Wilson deserted. Lost his nerve. Ran off in the thick of night.
You kidding me? Damn. Always thought he was made of sterner stuff.
I think he was plagued. Guess he didn't want to die in the sick house.
Plagued? Ah, shit. I had some of his salt tuna.
You moron.
Yeah, okay, now it's pointing me towards this exit.
I'm sorry.
I remember this the last time.
You had a minute. Next one comes out of your pay.
Ease off the threats, friend. I'm going.
Boss's orders. We all got quotas to make.
Wait, yeah, problem I had with the game the first time I played through part of it was, if you need to, like, leave town, it always points to the nearest exit. That's not necessarily the best one to take.
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses. You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff.
Silas sent me. You owe him your gravesite fees?
I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the resistance. Guess this means he's finally heard the calling.
What are you babbling about?
The war. The coming apocalypse. Man versus machine. I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies.
Well, that's no way to talk about VTubers. Sorry, I couldn't resist that one. Yeah, gotta watch out for those mechanicals.
That's right. That's what I've been saying. We gotta square our shoulders and stand ever vigilant. Auto-mechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power plant, clattering about, firing at the birds, orchestrating their uprising. When the swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be? Cowering beneath your cot? Or standing shoulder to shoulder with the resistance?
Well, you know what they say. If the robots win, we'll have to listen to techno. If the resistance needs another gun, I am for hire.
I've been gathering up a war chest over the years. Some tuna cans, mostly. Some Spacer's chaw. Few bit cards. I'll reward you for your aid.
Proper armies pay enlistment fees.
Enlistment fees? Yeah, I suppose. Wouldn't want to give the resistance a bad name.
Oh, that's cool. So, what do you need done?
They have sent a scout, prowling around the junkyard just behind our beloved town. This scout must not be permitted to return to its base of operations. Cross it off, then report back.
If I could use a couple pointers?
Mechanicals got a weak spot in their midsections. I think the technical term is, the blue glowy square thing.
I'm reminded of the Vex. Got a question for you.
Go on.
What exactly do you do here?
I'm Ludwig Miller, Associate Security Officer for Transportation. Officially? Unofficially? Strictly between you and me. I am the only thing standing between Edgewater and total annihilation.
You want to bet this guy broke his toaster recently? I'll let you be. Okay, now we go back through town to turn into Silas, and then I think I'll go back for our main quest. It's not the best choice, it's Spacer's choice. And they say honesty in advertising is dead. Actually, you know what? I could probably just go around the outside for this part.
Fancy threads. That some kind of hibernation suit?
Funny you should mention that. Anyway, about those fees you wanted.
Run into any trouble?
All done. Paperwork, fees, and signatures.
Reliable work from a freelancer. That's gonna take some getting used to.
So, first right here, I went out of my way for you.
And I'll buy you a drink sometime.
I was hoping for something more tangible.
Suppose you've earned it. One good turn deserves another.
It's a lot of bits. Abernathy was trying to hide his own illness.
Abernathy was sick? With the plague? That's disgusting. I shook hands with the guy.
He was convinced you knew.
What? No. If I knew he was sick, I would have had him reported. I needed his fees because of his name. A for Abernathy. He was at the top of my list, you see?
I think I made a bit of an oopsie. Let me ask you about something else. Have you heard any news about Hope?
The colony ship? Are you talking about that old rumor? Some great big starship packed full of colonists what got lost in the aether never to be found again? Ain't heard that one since I was but a stripling. Can't say it was terribly convincing far as rumors go. There a reason you asking?
Don't understand. Are you saying everyone's forgotten about us?
Hope's just a rumor, friend. Ancient rumor at that. Maybe you've been out in the sun too long. Why don't you head over to the cantina? Get yourself some zero-G brew. It's a brew that's good for what ails you.
On the sun? Nah, I've just been chilling. Not apologizing for that. I don't understand. They said the colony was expecting us.
Look, I don't know what's got you caterwauling about Hope this and colony that, but you need to stop, or there's gonna be trouble.
Well, there's the trouble in asking a question.
Trouble's in the asking. Board don't much care for folk running their mouths, spreading hoaxes and the like. Frankly, neither do I.
Fine, I'll leave you to it then. Oh, right. Okay, we want to do the main quest for a bit. Also, Die Robot, great quest name.
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
The can's bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson? I think there's someone here to see you.
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are still talking. Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up.
She did.
I apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
You, Reed. I was told I should talk to you.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
That's because I don't have one. You may have the wrong idea about me.
Yes, so it dawns on me. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
My ship needs repairs. I'm looking for a power regulator.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Let me guess. You want me to do something for you before you'll help me.
My proposition benefits the both of us. Please, hear me out. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
When you say mostly abandoned...
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
I don't think these people take kindly to losing their power.
No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
Why?
Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good. I need those workers back at their stations.
I've seen Edgewater. I can't blame him for walking out.
Neither do I. The fault was entirely mine. I pushed them too hard. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
All right. Wait, how will I recognize her?
Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership.
Workers must have left town for a reason.
That reason was me. I asked too much and pushed too hard. But I am ready to make amends if they are willing to return to the fold. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that.
All right, I'll see what I can do.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Sure, welcome aboard.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Let's get going.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
All right.
Hey, Mr.
There we go.
Talk? Sorry. Let's talk when you're free. Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
Figures. Reed didn't strike me as the most honest.
Oh, he ain't a liar. He believes every word he says. It's just, he doesn't always get where other folk are talking from. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
I can't blame anyone for wanting to leave. This town's got issues.
Life's hard here. Especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about.
I thought that was Abernathy.
Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
I suppose it couldn't hurt.
Thanks,
I'll stop by.
I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Wait a sec. What the heck was... Dehydrated water tablets. We got logs here. Notice, the Edgewater Salt Tuna Canning Facility strictly adheres to Spacer's Choice standards of health and safety. Why do I have the feeling the word non-existent best applies to this? Schedule your sick leave with your Spacer's Choice foreman and or supervisor. You can consider it towards the other members of the Spacer's Choice family. Allow 2 to 4 weeks to process and approve your scheduled sick leave. That is royally screwed up. Lost hours must be compensated to the company. See Reed if you're having trouble paying for your sick leave. We'll try to arrange wage deductions instead. Remember, work invigorates the spirit, sickness in the body reflects sickness in the mind, and sickness in the character. If you find yourself falling ill, it may be time to schedule a meeting with our local vicar. I kind of want to find whoever came up with these policies and empty a clip into them. Not that way. The other one must be pointing to the vicar, so let's go say hi to him.
Been eating nothing but salt tuna.
Oh, looks like this is the building, so we go in here.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar de Soto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling, this season's tossball predictions, the quickest way out of town.
Ravati wanted to talk to you about what Reed asked us to do.
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
Nope.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so brave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do?
Cut off the power of Adelaide's deserters.
Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
So, what do you advise?
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
Sounds like I got my work cut out for me.
If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
Why?
One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
Why would a vicar be after banned books?
I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption.
Need to know a little more about this book.
It's a handwritten journal. A faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious? It is not only a beautiful relic of a bygone time, it's also the thoughts of an early thinker on the nature of man's place in the cosmos. Not many in this colony could understand its true value, should they ever read it.
I'll keep an eye out.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
We're getting better at scaring people. Nice. Right, okay, so... I think we want to go deal with the scout. Okay, we'll just go around the outside then. Quite the volcano over there.
Aw, he ain't no threat. Bet I could fix him up smart.
Hi, buddy.
Searching for repair bay. Error. Navigation systems failed. Unable to comply.
I could probably fix that. I mean, if you wanted me to.
You know what? Go right ahead.
Yep, I see the problem. His nav mod got dislodged. Must have taken a tumble. Just gotta give it a good push and wait for the click. There we go. Jeremy's good as new. Well, new by Spacer's Choice standards anyhow. His name's Jeremy, by the by.
Navigation systems operational. Optimal path toward repair bay detected. Initiating self-diagnostics.
So, why'd you name
On
it?
account I fixed him. And he's Jeremy on account of his helmet. It's like Jeremy, the officer in True Romantic Tales of the Space Guard.
An Aetherwave cereal or something?
Surely. I make a point to watch every Tuesday night. Be more careful out there, Jeremy.
So if I talk to you again,
Self-diagnostics initiated. Please do not disturb.
you're gonna be parked here for a while, I guess. Yeah, I saw he actually is Jeremy now. Also, hi there, Retro. How you doing?
No. Woo! We made it.
That was unexpected. Excuse me.
Bring us honor, soldier.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about the scout anymore.
You beat that scout to scrap with its own legs? Pulled its optic cables out its head case? Actually, don't tell me. Rather use my imagination. You're a passing fair soldier, I will confess. But you are one, and the enemy is legion. What you need is an equalizer, a weapon to strike fear in their cold, mechanical hearts. Cantina, lavatory, behind one of the toilets. That's where I've kept it hidden all these years.
You hid your secret weapon in the toilet.
Sharp, ain't it? The lavatory is the very last place a mechanical has need to enter.
I'll let you know if I find it.
On the double, soldier. Don't want the bartender poking around in there with a mop.
Yeah, okay. Alright, let's go see what's behind the pooper.
You think corporate's ever gonna visit?
You're not a big drinker, are you?
The latest report?
Said we ain't making our quotas.
Not yet. With what we're dealing with, give me time. Okay, just Yeah, there we go.
When I was little, we'd get freighters in every Sunday noon. Now they only come but one.
Bring us honor, soldier.
So I found your package.
Feast your eyes, soldier. This here's a genuine Spacer's Choice injury customizing unit, designed to deliver a lethal blast of electrical discharge. I call it the Hand of the Law. You ever want to see a mechanical flailing around like a grounded fish? You stick a couple thousand volts in its guts. With compliments from old Ludwig.
Sounds like fun.
Fun? This ain't some quarterly performance review, soldier.
Yeah, I said fun.
Ours is a grave and sacred duty. Time's come for you to journey down into the black heart of the enemy's camp. I'm talking about the old geothermal plant. Unfortunately, the old plant lies outside my board-given jurisdiction. You'll need to get a passcode from the boss, Reed Thompson.
Yeah, this is, hey, you should go further on the main quest. Fortunately, we did that already.
I've been after a passcode for years. Boss said no on account of my gross incompetence with all matters related to security.
I have no argument for that.
I need you to get us the brain of a mechanical. Well, not exactly a brain. Anatomically speaking, what we're looking for is a logic module.
And how?
There's the rub. If a mechanical breaks down, the logic module fries. So you can't rip one out of its corpse. You're gonna have to find an intact model somehow.
Buddy, you can help?
I don't reckon so.
Well, shit.
I work with gears and pistons and such. Stuff you can put hands to. Computers and mechanical brains are outside my ken.
You know, she names the mechanicals she fixes. Calls them Bess and Clancy and so on. You keep a careful eye on her. Could be a sympathizer.
I mean, Jeremy was kind of cute in a weird way. What are you planning?
Don't tell anyone, all right? I've got a contact. A real expert in the inner workings of the automaton. We are gonna rip those mechanical secrets right out of their circuits.
Edgewater's in the middle of nowhere. You don't have a contact.
Well, excuse me. What I meant was I'm going to get a contact. Didn't know I had to be all prissy about my grammar around you.
Simple enough.
If you die horribly, I will pour out a can of 0G to your memory.
Right. Now, where was that workbench? Was there? Yeah, like right in here? Here, in case I ever run out of ammo and need to start punching things. There we go. Little extra kick for dealing with bots. Oh, and it's been a while. Yeah, we'll just go around town. Again, hell, volcano over there. Oh, hey, free stuff. Oh, hey, helmet. That might actually be a armor upgrade for me. There we go. Armor 4. Yeah, this is slightly better. Okay, time for a hit. Let's flank them. I think I lost a body somewhere. Yeah, where'd the third go? Yeah, I keep forgetting about the time dilation. What is that?
Something there.
Here they come!
Nope. Got caught out on that one. Okay, where do I end up? Oh, I am. Wrong button, it's map. Oh, I mean, like, could I crouch behind something that... You know what? We could maybe test with this rock here, so if I crouch behind it... this might not even count as far as the game's concerned, but... I don't seem to be, like, sitting up for it. If we get to a box later, I'll try and see what it does. The first time I played, I think I did basically this planet only for the most part. You eventually get hold of a decent Eventually, I think it's by the geothermal plant, you'll get hold of a decent heavy weapon, and then it just gets so much easier. Because now you can hit things hard. let you hold that thought for a moment. Oh, this reminds me, I haven't checked my armor. Because we have some better options. Okay, I'm going with, I said my build for this is going to be Intimidate and then heavy weapons. Basically, if I can't growl at it, I shoot it. And you know what? Just in case things go horribly south again, so I'm not kicked all the way back through that fight. If you put intelligence down at character creation, take a hit. You know, make it 2. Yeah, I did not knock any stats down, because I know if you do that, each one has some nasty penalty. How much you want to bet someone somewhere turned all the stats down to 1 and beat the game anyway? Oh, that had to be a terrifying mess. Oh, died anyway. Works for me. Thanks, buddy.
Incoming!
Not in front of me, dude. Fall back, so they have to come around. 2 left. Okay, I think I got this. Another shot. Ah, crap, I'm out of ammo. Good point to save. Sup?
Here they come!
Okay, one of them's coming around.
Good work!
Wait, did I just get what I wanted? Yes, I did. Take a hit. That's what I wanted. You get this gun and things get a lot easier. Like, yeah, I could totally see. I barely started, but I could already see maybe one day coming back to this and doing like a no low intelligence run. Do need some more ammo. Might need to just go ahead and buy some at some point. Actually, Let's see, I have a lot of redundant stuff I can throw away. All right. Take that and... I'd rather not just yet. Because we still got a bit of light ammo to fall back on if I absolutely must. Meanwhile, though, we're on to some heavier armor now. Okay. Well, we got a perk. Yep, wait. Apply burst. I am going to be forgetting that so often. And the other thing I wanted was the base armor to go with the extra health. Cute. I can't hack this. Salt tuna. If the ocean and rivers are the heart and veins of Emerald Vale, then salt tunas are highly profitable blood. That came out wrong. These meaty fish live in the ocean and migrate upstream during mating season. Salt tuna are emulparos, which means they perish after a single reproductive episode. That's when our trusty Spacer's Choice harvesters scoop up their corpses to be cleaned, processed, canned, and delivered straight to your dinner table. That doesn't sound weird or anything. Primals. This display, fashioned to resemble a pair of mighty primals, required extensive field research. Let's have a moment of silence for the researchers who gave their lives in the pursuit of authenticity. Is there anything these guys do that isn't terrible? Canid, Beta lupus familiaris. Canids can be found all over Emerald Vale in two distinct varieties, domesticated and feral. Feral canids hunt in packs, while domesticated canids can be loyal companions. It is important to remember that canid is still a wild animal and should be treated with caution. So the domesticated ones aren't. Good to know. Welcome, Director Pickett. Let's check the messages from Rosenberg. Keycards. Everyone, the keycard encoder in the lobby is back up and running. Hopefully it won't go on the fritz again and start shooting keycards at anyone who walks by. Oh, that must have been a treat to see. As a reminder, in case it does break down again, you can borrow a keycard from the director or one of the workers in the second floor office if you lose your card. which means we should go up to the second floor. What's Trammell got for us? Please stop. Director Pickett, I must lodge a complaint. Your obsession with this Manta Queen is wasting all of our budget and holding up development on an entire exhibit. This has to stop. And from the Hunters and Trackers, again, please stop. Hello, Mr. Pickett. This letter is to update you regarding your request for one adult Manta Queen. As you may remember, our trackers discovered a beautiful specimen out in the wild. For your approval, we deployed a team of our highly skilled hunters to kill it for you. We regret to inform you that the entire team has perished. Please expect an invoice from our office, including the cost of their gravesite fees as stipulated in our contract. Additionally, we must ask you to cover the cost of all equipment damaged, corroded, dissolved, eaten, or digested, partially or otherwise. Thank you for your patronage. Please allow me to offer you the opportunity to purchase a second hunting expedition at a 10% discount. I look forward to hearing from you. Sincerely, Hunters and Trackers Limited, partnered with the Wildlife Eradication Society and wholly owned subsidiary of Universe Defense Logistics. Hunters and Trackers Limited, teaching the fauna and Halcyon the cruel realities of existence. This is insane and I'm loving it. Ooh, I can pick this one. What's in it got? What criminal activities? Wait, did I just... No, it wasn't. I was about to say, damn it, I could have got a freebie, but no. Where's the way upstairs, anyway? I think I got a little confused. This way? Okay. Mechanical Engineering, Volume 1. What does that do, anyway? This necklace makes a strong fashion statement. Look at my neck. There is something on it. A pretty something. Look at it. Actually, now I think about it. Guess we got everything we're going to out of this. But my favorite part still is the whole closest living relative bit from earlier on. That is just black comedy, man. It's terrible. I love it. Actually, while I'm here, is fast travel a thing? Can I just... Yes, I can. Thank you. Excuse me, drink time. I think we'll turn it into her.
Somebody's been running around town raving about a colony ship. Plague must have gone into their brain matter.
Yeah, we'll go with that. I've got the medicine.
Thanks. I'll see to it that this medicine gets to the people who need it. Here, something for your trouble. Nothing personal, but I hope we never do business together again. Don't want to make a habit of consorting with smuggler types.
It's not that simple. You want that my silence? You're gonna have to buy it.
And there it is. The reason I don't like depending on a criminal. I kept a little contingency fee in case you decided to shake me down.
I'm curious, who are you giving it to?
Somebody deserving. Silas on account of him being out in the cold. Amelia seeing how she's around people all the time. Anybody in the sick room?
I'll leave you to that then. What do I got now? I should go deliver the wait. Wait, did I miss the book? Did I legit get confused and miss the book? Oh, no, the community center. I have to make a little detour. Okay. Oh, man. If I went this way, I could have had a free assault rifle. At least, you know, not have to kill somebody like I'm about to. We good? We good. Oh, hey. I feel a little dumb for buying an armor because here's a better one. I also should find a place to sell some of this crap. Under the Biased Labor Standard Acts, wage determined by merit of your work. Overtime may result in higher pay if quality of said work is considered exemplary. Your employer has a right to dock your pay should you damage any facilities or equipment. It is your responsibility, not your employer's, to avoid workplace hazards. Only you can protect fourth quarter profits. And the signage in this game is royally screwed up. Eldridge's terminal. J. Bartel, your theories. Clement, I find I must disagree with your theories about the Earth Dictatoriate's place in the colonial system. Sadly, as much as I appreciate the board and the new frontier they've opened for us, I believe Halcyon and all the other colonies on the rim of the galaxy would fall to pieces or war amongst themselves if the Earth Directorate wasn't around to regulate trade and settle disputes. Do you think the corporations would accept the mandated inclusion of an Earth Minister if they had a choice in the matter? Jefferson. One from Eldridge to Bartell, Spirit Adventure. Jefferson. Of course, I never dispute that Earth is the heart of the whole colonial system, but the real adventure and independent spirit upon which humankind truly thrives is to be found out there amongst the furthest colonies. I still think you're wrong about the history, though. The discovery of the skip drive was not what gave the Earth Directorate power over the corporations. The high cost of the Great War left them in a weakened state, and the skip drive was simply the extra leverage the Directorate needed to return to power. Now we're cooking. Heavy ammo. I should probably still buy a whole bunch, though. Just got a letter today. Corporate offered me to relocate to the Edgewater Cemetery. Effective immediately. It's a shame. I was really looking forward to running my own gift shop at a community center, selling rare memorabilia. But scripture tells us that all things happen for a reason. Work fortifies the spirit and all. As for my book collection, I can't bear to part with it. Don't want these books moldering in some contraband locker, so I stashed them all away in a cave over by the river. Excuse me. This looks like a weird mishmash of like several different board games. More heavy ammo. Oops. Thank you. Get that loaded in. Anything interesting? Okay. Good time to save. Yes. Did a bunch of stuff, probably going near another fight. Good time to save. Man, when's the last time a game had me worrying about manual saves? Alright, here's the cave. Expecting something nasty. Actually, I might as well switch back to the pistol while I'm trying to get some... Oh. You jerk. Actually, could I just... Yeah, I got ammo to spare for that. Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna need some... I shouldn't have used my supplies from earlier. Where's this thing go, anyway? Actually, let me check something real quick. Just out of idle curiosity, if I give myself the little tech skill boost... It's enough. It's actually enough to make it openable. Okay. Hooray for gear skills. And we got a heavy weapon called the shock cannon. Okay, let's put the heavy armor back on. Maybe I should keep this. Grenade launcher, technically a heavy weapon. Uses heavy arm. Shock cannon counts as heavy. It's an electric weapon. That'll be good for handling mechanicals, because we're going to have to deal with those sooner rather than later. And I do believe I got decent ammo on this thing. Alright. You know, we can probably just fast travel. What do you mean near hostiles? There's nobody here. Okay, that I didn't... I'm finding a couple weapons I did not find on my previous attempts at playing this game, so... This is nice.
Had your rations yet?
Wonder if the plague's over there.
Any progress on that matter we discussed?
Yep, got your book.
Wonderful. This is fantastic. Well worth all the sacrifices I... Wait. What the fuck is this? Is this French? I can't fucking read French. It's a law-forsaken joke is what it is. French. Ha! I was so high and mighty, preaching to the yokels about following the plan, while fighting it at every turn.
Book seems a bit more important than you lit on.
There is little more important than such a precious, rare text. I've spent my life searching for the keys to unlocking the secrets of the universal equation that underlies the plan. I had hoped this book held some of those answers. I became so desperate, I even got myself assigned to this plague-ridden backwater to find the damn thing. All the time and suffering I've spent. Wasted.
I think the book held the secrets you were looking for.
Bakonu, the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan. Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of the Philosophist school of thought, so the book is banned in this colony.
What's a philosophist?
Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OSI's belief in the plan. But most of the philosophist perversion of Bakonu's thoughts came more than a century after his death.
Vicar's searching for a banned book. That's a bad example, don't it?
The story of my life. Most lay people are not aware of this, but we've not discovered any new insights into the plan for a long, long time. I had an idea that we should welcome the truth, no matter where we found it. I had the worse idea to share my thoughts with a superior. And that's how I ended up assigned prison duty, where I was fool enough to let an inmate bend my ear with stories of an original Bakonu journal. But that's neither here nor there. What I need to do now is to find a translator, obviously. But to do that, I'll first need to secure transport. You have a ship. Perhaps I could make myself of use to your crew.
Could be a beneficial arrangement. You need to ride out of town. I wouldn't mind a ship hand.
Certainly. I already gave you most of my money, but I can offer you free spiritual counseling, and I'd be happy to watch your back. I'm pretty handy with a tossball stick, or any blunt instrument, really. I'm also a passable gun hand, if it comes to that. I can usually talk my way out of conflict, though. Oh, I'm fairly competent at hacking computers as well.
He probably gives me maybe a little more mechanic skill then. That all part of your training?
Well, understanding computers is, though I admit I took it further than most. And I was quite the 32nd back during my penitentiary term. Left many an opponent bleeding in the prison yard.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Let me get my things in order and I'll catch up with you.
Edgewater's gonna miss you. Folk here always had good things to say about their vicar.
Thank you, Ms. Holcomb. I'll be glad for the change of scenery, and to leave this place behind. I shall see you on the ship, Captain, whenever you're ready to leave Emerald Vale.
Ooh, companion perks. But first, I'm getting better at the whole scaring people thing, so that's fun. Actually, you know what I should do? How already can I just carry this thing? I can keep this thing? Okay, because I need a melee weapon just in case. I should give her the modified pistol because I already have a weapon that does shock damage. She's getting banged up a lot. Let's boost her base health. Okay, so first things first, we did big important stuff. Save. Guess we gotta get out of here first. Okay, now we want to finally move on to the botanical. Or energy cells, always useful.
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble.
Sup?
I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along.
Red light, I need some answers.
Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those.
Reed said something about former workers living out in the wilderness.
Yeah, that's us. And you can tell Thompson we're doing just fine by ourselves. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you.
So, where can I find her?
Over in the hothouse, tending crop. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind.
We've all got... You and me both. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to repair my ship.
Well, look at you, buzzing around the Aether with your very own ship. Rest of us gotta make do with the ground at our feet. No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her.
I'll keep an eye out.
Not like Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone. Vale's a wide place. She could be anywhere.
Unless Marauders got her, then parts of her could be in a lot of places.
Do without the gallows humor?
Okay, questions.
I'll tell you what I can.
Any idea where she might be hiding?
Vex me. If she told anybody, they ain't telling me. I'd check her room, but I got yelled at for snooping once already.
Snooped around her room?
Little ways ago. She was always obsessing over her serial dramas. Wanted to see what the fuss was about.
Oh, well, you know her.
Well, enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does.
Seems so personable. Can't imagine how you didn't get on with her.
She was lazy and thoughtless, but she's still one of our own.
Let's change the subject.
What is it?
I'll leave you to it.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
Oh, I am about to ruin your day. You must be Adelaide.
I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
Looks like you made a home for yourself out here.
A home for anyone who's ever turned their backs on Edgewater. A home for those of us with nowhere left to go and nothing to lose. So, like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil, we put down new roots.
Why'd you leave your own home?
It is an unpleasant story, dear. But the short of it is that sometimes one wakes up and realizes the place that was once her home for much of her life has changed. The home in which we spent our lives has left us behind, and so we must move on. And that is as much as I will say on the subject.
Is this your greenhouse?
No, dear. The garden belongs to us all. Life is the gift of the universe, and the universe yields its bounty equally, absent of prejudice.
I'm surprised you managed to grow anything out here.
The soil around the Vale went sour years ago, but I found a way to sweeten it back up. The secret recipe is a little bit of elbow grease, a dash of love, and a heaping pile of special fertilizer.
I have the sinking feeling that Spacer's Choice is the type that would have the crops watered with Brondo, if you follow me on that. Reed sent me to make peace with you.
Reed Thompson? You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
Reed asks you to consider coming back to town. He's willing to make amends.
Make amends? Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
Okay, that's clever. I like that. Reed asked me to divert your power over to him. He mentioned a geothermal plant.
He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans?
Your camp has a power regulator. I need it to repair my ship.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
Oh, what do you got against the town?
You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scraps Spacer's Choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
I'll admit I do not like you doing that.
I'm all right. I ain't so fragile.
That was unkind of me. I'm sorry, dear.
What's that help you? What happens in Edgewater?
Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives.
Think Reed's just trying to spite you?
You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's counting on it.
I'll consider it.
I trust you will listen to your conscience.
Again, did stuff. Good time for a save before I head out. Wait. Switch to a few kindred spirits, because we can get that started while we're out here. Zoe's journal, page 22. Well, today's the day, Zoe. Today is the day you take your destiny into your own hands. I've been listening to Grace talk about the Marauders threat. Bands of wild, free-spirited bandits living in camps out in the hills, warming themselves by the light of barrel fires, probably mounted the heads of their enemies on spikes as warning to folks like me, living a life of comfort and ease, free of any rules. I bet they could take the whole region if they were organized. I've been tucking away some of Lade's food, and I've got some spare cans of salt tuna. Should last me a couple weeks if I ration. Got some arena time too. Everybody loves a arena time. You have Marauders, right? I got odds those Marauders will let me throw in with them if I dangle a couple syringes of time before their eyes. Kid, they will rip your head off and take it off your corpse. They're Marauders. It's kind of how they work. This is going to be great. Look out, Terra 2. Bandit Queen Zoe's origin story has just begun. A whole gang of marauders at my beck and call. I can even score some Rizzos. Yeah, she's dead. She is dead. Like, I can't even remember how this quest ended, and I know she's dead. Page 12. So that's it then. No more Edgewater for me. No more cannery. No more jumpsuits and gloves. Yes, ma'ams, and would you like another's? I don't know why I'm writing this down for posterity's sake, because I have always hated a cannery, and I don't think I'll ever have to look back up to this journal many years hence and tell myself, oh wow, I did hate the Veil once, didn't I? Just because I got sick. Everybody gets sick. Well, okay, I got sick and I grabbed a little too much Adrenatime. Is that really a crime? Gotta treat myself when I'm sick, don't I? Whatever happened to personal responsibility and surviving by one's own bootstraps? Oh, you mean misappropriate one box of Adrenatime, but you misappropriate one box of Adrenatime and suddenly you're committing larceny.
You hungry? We got canid ribs, canid flank, canid snout too. Something I can help you with?
Their food's gone to the dogs. Oh, I'm told one of your numbers missing.
You mean Zoe? Yeah, we were pretty close. Not like her to go loping off.
What happened on the day Zoe disappeared?
Zoe and I were gonna watch the serials, as is our custom. She never turned up. I looked around, but she was nowhere to be found. You sound like some type of corporate fixer asking all these questions.
Was she acting strange before she disappeared?
Can't say I recall Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down on scraps of paper. She called it journaling, but I think it's just plain odd.
Better than having a Twitter these days. So, tell me a little about Zoe.
Zoe was always obsessed with this serial. Masked Marketeer. A scion of Byzantium turns to banditry and teaches his marauder companions the wisdom of free market economics. Shame she up and vanished when she did. I had a surprise lined up for her.
What was that about surprising Zoe?
The other day I got my hands on a genuine copy of the latest Masked Marketeer. I was gonna surprise Zoe with it, but she was gone the next day.
Hold on, something else.
Hey, I got time.
You know what? Let's trade.
Fresh off the limb, and that includes canid meat.
Merchant skill is equal to the value of your best dialogue skill and is used to negotiate prices when buying and selling from vendors. Since I plan on maxing a dialogue skill, namely Intimidate, I'm actually going to have pretty good merchant prices. Which, since it's Intimidate, probably involves a lot of hefting my gun in a very meaningful manner at people. I plan on being the good guy for this run, but that doesn't mean I'm going to be nice. Anyway. Let's see. First of all, let's do a quick repair on all my equipped stuff. There we go. I have a shotgun. That's interesting. There we go. Sell some of the... Actually...
Something I can help you with? Fresh off the limb, and that includes canid meat.
Let's take the heavy ammo, so I have some. There we go. Okay, let's go clear out the Marauder camp. This is very much a tragedy in the making, but let's get it over with.
Here they come!
Ooh, this thing's weird. I kind of like it. Where are ya? Oh, good. You're giving me some more heavy ammo. You know what? Let's save some of that for the bots. We'll switch back to this for now. Oh, that is a noise.
I don't know anybody who ever came out this far.
Who's left? That everybody? Everybody? Well, damn, you're not dead.
Wow, you crossed them all off, like some sort of heroic accountant running down a list. Teach me your ways.
What? Your Zoe, your people are looking for you.
What? You mean Adelaide's little congregation of nature-loving nobodies? I could not possibly be less interested in them. You, on the other hand, you were a sight to behold. If I had half your skills, I'd be the greatest outlaw the coast has ever seen.
I've been sent to find you.
Why? Adelaide wants me back on garden duty or something? Thanks, but I'm not going anywhere. This is where I belong.
Go back to camp.
Yeah? Or what?
Or I bring back what's left of you. Grace never said you had to be alive.
You know, you make a very convincing point. This place was getting dull anyhow. I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose. Grace is gonna be glaring knives at me, so I've got that to look forward to.
I need to clarify something
I'm
for me.
great at clarifying.
How are you even alive?
I don't know. The vital processes that constitute the miracle of life are mysterious and unknowable. Oh, you mean around these guys? The Marauders wouldn't hurt me. They love me. I'm practically their queen. Yeah, must be my natural charisma.
I'm impressed. How'd you pull it off?
I may have bartered them a few boxes of Adrena time, but yeah, I'm sure that's got nothing to do with it.
Why'd you leave the camp?
I got kicked out of Edgewater on account of falling sick with plague and stealing some medicine to treat myself. I'd heard some outlaws set up camp in the botanical labs. I decided to throw in with them, seeing as I always wanted to be an outlaw myself. Instead, what do I find but a bunch of former workers camped out around a greenhouse? I couldn't just go back to the cannery, so I was stuck with them.
You a prisoner here?
No. I insinuated myself into their company, see? And they didn't seem to mind one whit.
Is there anything else?
I've got all the time in Halcyon.
I'll be back.
What is it?
I talked Zoe into coming back.
We didn't always get along, but I'm glad to know she's safe. What happened, anyway?
I was about to say she tried to live out her fan fictions, but she joined up a band of marauders. They hadn't hurt her.
Zoe joined up with a band of marauders. Zoe. The same Zoe who doesn't know a barrel from a trigger. Well, I've heard stranger things. You pretty much did my job for me. Least I could do is pay you for your trouble. Let me know if I can do something for you.
I'll leave you to it. Oh, one of my things is broken. Deserter's reputation increased. Here we go. This guy.
Zoe says she fought her way out of a marauder camp with her own bare hands.
Zoe's full of shit. Anyway, what are you selling?
Fresh off the limb. And that includes canid meat.
And yeah, now I should be able to repair my equipment. Again, good time for a save because we did a good bit of stuff. We're heading out again. Also, belatedly, sorry for the random swear. I actually try not to swear on stream. At least no more than the game makes me.
To poke around in here.
Today's your lucky day.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, that's not the gun I wanted.
Don't mess with us.
I should probably consider myself lucky I did not just explode myself right there. The good news is all these robots means plenty of energy ammo, so I can afford to lean on this a little bit. Hi!
Beginning security.
Woo! Oh, this thing's just a great bot killer here. I'm liking this gun. Bet this thing's spiffy if I was doing a science build. Moment to reload. Yeah, we're just getting a lot of ammo port right now, so that's nice. Did I just pick up a bunch of stuff through the glass?
The control room should be off to the right.
Oh,
I hope we're doing
okay,
it
that's
before.
not glass. That actually explains a lot. Availability of thermoclass, Spacer's Choice property, Receptionist terminal. Error, terminal memory purged has our maintenance logs, personal files, company notifications, and messages. Personal memos purged incomplete. 2 files available. Number 1. Had to borrow your copy of Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering. Radio's been sputtering. I need the reference. I've returned a copy to the repair bay. Alright, keep an eye out for that. Chaos everywhere. Mechanicals going haywire. Gunfire. Hearing some screams. Oh, I think that was someone's leg. Would like to leave early for the day. Please deduct the delinquency fee from my pay. Thank you. Proud to be a member of the Spacer's Choice family. I like that. Proud to be a member of the family. Excuse me. All hell breaking loose. Leaving now. Whee! They don't want me to go this way, it seems. Hi, buddy. And it's done. I feel like actually here, let's change it to Die Robot. I feel like I want to explore this place more before I go mucking with that. That one's sealed. I need a key card for that. I can get in here though, so that's a start. Personnel files. Log 79. The Thermal Security Office. Personal logs, that's Tanaka, Chief of Security. Chester Higgins again. That whole head. Found him fiddling around with one of the mechanicals, so I had to write him up for tampering with company property. Just in case I'm reading this a couple days from now and feeling bad for what I'd done, let me just remind myself that I've warned him before. I always had been a little crooked in the skull. He was working on some logic module. I confiscated it. Should be in my lockaway room for the foreseeable future. Well, now we know where we can find a logic module. Geothermal security office. Doesn't sit right with me. Company's been replacing our guards with auto mechanicals. At this rate, I'm going to end up chief of security with no staff. Just a small army of mechanicals knocking about, guns pointed every which way. Company tells us they're safe, programmed to treat us humans like their own. People are liable to break down, but auto mechanicals never will. I don't know. Doesn't sit right with me, but the company's never been wrong before, I suppose. 98. Worst just happened. Mechanical's gone crazy. Locked myself down here, just trying to gather my courage. Going to make a mad dash for the control room. Might be able to shut things down. We'll delete this entry if I ever return. No, didn't return then. And automated message. Greetings, Security Chief S. Tanaka. This is an automated message initiated by Spacer's Choice Worker Safety Contingency Protocols. A security lockdown has been initiated. This is not a test. Your behavior during this lockdown will be reviewed during your quarterly audit. Anxiety is a common side effect of life-threatening situations endangered by security lockdowns. Fight back against anxiety with an ice-cold bottle of Zero-G Brew. Zero-G Brew. An ale that's good for what ails you. Unlock the door. Ah, passcode. Spacer Thompson. Oh yeah, we were given the passcode. I can get the key card. I can go down there. Hi, bye.
Nice work.
Unexpected.
Incoming.
Woo!
We made it.
I have no idea what I just did down there.
Go away, Phantom!
I think he's down the floor.
Go away, Phantom! You're not real. You're not real.
Sounds like you're down here.
Get away!
Oh, cool. Impact hammer.
No, no, no. Just leave me alone.
Hi, buddy.
You're not real. You're not real. Get away from me, Phantom. Shoot. Scram.
Ooh, okay. Sorry about that one. I should have picked a better angle to talk to him from. That light is horrible. Calm down. I'm not trying to hurt you.
You can talk? The Phantom's never talked before. Ugh, I knew I shouldn't have eaten that sprat raw. See? See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting.
Okay, Smeagol. You're not imagining me.
Of course. Do excuse me. I experience brief flashes of mania during which I am visited by the phantoms of my imagination. Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder.
Okay. How long have you been down here?
Hard to say. By my reckoning, Higgins has been here somewhere between 2 weeks and forever. My recollection's a touch fuzzy these days.
Uh-huh. And what exactly do you do here?
Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Sisty Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant.
You know, can I like leave the conversation then?
What's
That
new?
is so much better, thank you. I want to ask you something.
The tail. Definitely start with the tail. If you're feeling adventurous, the ears are a particular delicacy.
What? You are an engineer?
I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries, repaired them, maintained, upgraded, did it all from my old workroom just over in the next section.
If you worked on these mechanicals, you must know a way to stop them.
Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons.
Or you can help me and I won't feed you to the sprats. Your call.
Ironic deaths are the worst. You made your point. I'll help you. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead.
Mechanicals follow the behavior of their logic modules. Someone tampered with it.
Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're also versed in the noble art of mechanical engineering. There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the mechanicals act, including whom they shoot at. Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. Here, let me just write it down for you.
Any idea where I can find a logic module?
Funny thing, I was working on a logic module just before the mayhem started. Security chief found me and confiscated the logic module.
I'll just take my leave now. That is quite the level up sound. You know what? Let's slow down durability. That sounds useful. Looks like I gotta climb back up. It looks like they want me to go up one more floor, so maybe if I go up from here. Okay, modify behavior, auto mechanicals. New mode. Error! Auto mechanicals in this facility have been mandated to remain in guard mode. Any attempt to alter this setting is punishable by company law. Your infraction has been noted in your permanent record. See Higgins, please see your supervisor or schedule a reprimand. Okay, new target. And automechanicals in this facility have been mandated to target intruders. Any attempt to alter this setting is punishable by company law. Oh, God. Define intruders as Spacer's Choice automechanicals. This means they should leave me alone if there's any I haven't killed yet. Ooh, machine gun. Wait, is that machine gun what I think it is? I think that's the gun I was thinking of from earlier. Yeah, heavy weapon, but light armor. Heavy weapon, but light ammo, which is always plentiful, so... I want to say up here. Yeah, and I now have the key card, so I can just get in.
Unexpected. Here they come.
Oops, still shooting at me. Seems a good time to save. Plant status. As a control terminal, plant says this access report brought to you by Spacer's Choice. Emerald Vale geothermal plant operating at 22% efficiency. Power is currently distributed to Edgewater Saltuna Cannery and Botanical Laboratory. Warning, structural damage detected. Please notify your designated supervisor. Activate all 3 electrical track switches.
Mind the steam. You're liable to get scalded.
Hi, bye. Oh, there's still a few. Okay. Hi, bye. A 20 engineering. You know what? Okay, so if I throw this on, is that a big enough boost? It is! I love that I can do that. Oh, hey, a plasma rifle. It's above us, so if we go up from here...
When to go? If we send the power to Miss McDevitt, what happens to the rail?
Processing.
I heard you. Where are you? There we go.
Don't mess with us.
Did I seriously just yeet you over my head?
The last. Once we do this, there's no going back. Hey, mister? Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do?
Wouldn't mind hearing your opinion.
I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished.
Deserted their community. Can't just destroy what they built.
Miss McDevitt's built something beautiful. Somehow she's talked the ground into giving life again. It's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed the hungry, tended the sick. Gave a home to those that had none. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the town. Do you really want to be party to that kind of hatred?
I see your point.
Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something.
Glad you did. Like hearing from you.
Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
Warning, safety failures detected. High likelihood of moderate to severe structural damage. Warning, redirecting power is a irreversible procedure. Sure you want to continue? Ooh, that's a noise. But we sent it to the lab. Okay, I should be able to fast travel now. Actually, and that one in first.
Town's been dark a while now. Could be a mechanical trying to sabotage us.
You know what? We'll go with that. Hey, I got you a logic module.
Bang up work, soldier. You're a credit to your uniform. Oh, that reminds me. Gotta look into getting us a uniform. So this is it then. The key to humanity's victory over the mechanical hordes. I would reward you with the gratitude of the Resistance, but I'm guessing you want something tactile. So here's a couple of bits for your trouble, and a little something to remember me by.
Take care.
You want to know what gets my bile churning? Edgewater has suffered a cavalcade of disasters. Plague, marauders, desertion. Then you wandered in town. And I was so damn sure our luck was starting to turn. I never knew how right I was. Just answer one question for me. Why'd you do it?
Nothing personal. Need your regulator.
That power regulator is company property. Whatever you were hoping to find down here, I advise you to turn around and leave. I have got guards posted with orders to fire on you.
Call off your guards. I don't want them bleeding all over my power regulator.
All right, easy now. Let's not do anything we'll regret. I'll order my guards to stand down. Take what you came for and then leave us be.
Keeps putting me out the wrong door. Wait. I can just fast travel.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. Edgewater won't last another season without power, but that don't change the fact that I'm indentured to Spacer's Choice. Company expects me back at my post.
Those deserters left Edgewater behind. Nothing keeping you from doing the same.
I have imagined it, but until you came along, I never thought I had the choice. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves for my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think?
Glad to have you along. Pick a cabin, it's yours.
Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, mister. Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
Well, I certainly am looking forward to flying on a ship named the Unreliable. I'll just head upstairs and claim a room.
Yeah, they just kind of sprayed in a UN there, and that's how they got the name.
Captain, I have detected that the town of Edgewater is now without power. I appreciate you doing your part to hasten their demise.
Cold.
What can I do for you, Captain?
I have a power regulator.
Do you know how to install a power regulator?
Can you walk me through it?
Step 1. Pick up your power regulator. Step 2. Approach the terminal located in our engine room. Step 3. Insert power regulator. Step 4. Celebrate. Our engine room is located behind you. Across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
I'll be back.
What can I do for you, Captain?
I've installed it.
All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the Unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Let's get out of here.
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Good, I've been waiting.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the Unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you.
I'm feeling a little lightheaded. Also, I can slow down time.
Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Kelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay.
Why do I need a nav key to land on a planet?
Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed badly, and almost completely lawless. You'll love it. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Kelly.
Fine, I'll go have a word with
Excellent.
Gladys.
I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters.
I'll put to good use, thanks.
Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Got it.
Would you like a reminder on when your next shower?
Actually... Okay, let's level up. That was a mistake. Anyway. We can read those messages next time. It's a good bit past 11, and this is a good stopping point. Save again, having one of those weird moments. So, let's find someone to raid. I'll be back on this on Thursday night. Let's see, who am I following that's up to something interesting? Actually, we have Emberly Ignis doing a charity stream right now. Might as well send a little help. Seems she's playing Genshin Impact at the moment. Go say hi.